question number 21. A monopole antenna, quarter wavelength long, mounted vertically with the lower and either connected directly to the ground or grounded through the antenna coupling network is called. Madali na ito. No? Yung clue na lang natin is the monopole antenna. And when we talk about monopole antenna, this is a vertical antenna called Marconi antenna. So for question number 21, that's letter B. Number 22. In Yagi antennas, the separation between dipoles is. Ito yung mga tipo ng tanong na tatandaan mo na lang siya. Tama? Hindi ka pwedeng mag-isip na dito. Dahil wala ka namang iisipin dito. Hindi mo naman siya i-analyze. You really just have to remember this. Okay? So, ang separation between dipoles, alam natin that Yagi antennas have many dipoles. So, ang separation between dipoles is practically 0.1 to 0.2 wavelengths. Pakitandaan na lang po yan. Hopefully, lumabas yan na another point for us. Okay? Question number 23. As the number of cells per cluster decreases, the possibility that one channel will interfere with another channel increases, decreases, remains the same, or cannot say because of lack of information. Okay? So, ano ba nangyayari kapag una, ano ba yung cluster muna? Pag sinabi nating cluster, that is basically the combination of or an area where there is number of cells. Say, we have 3 common clusters. We have the 3-cell, we have the 7-cell, and of course, the 12-cell cluster. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Ibig sabihin nito, yung isang grupo may 3 cells, or 7 or 12 cells. Okay? Say for example, this is an example of a 3-cell cluster. Okay, so isa, dalawa, and then let's have another one. This will be the 3rd cluster. Yan. Okay, so 3-cell cluster yan. 3 cells. No? So imagine niyo kung 7 yan, meron kang isa pa. Tuloy na natin para hindi naman kayo mabitin. Okay, meron pang isa. Yan. Tapos meron pang isa ulit. And then another one. That is a 7-cell cluster. Okay, now, yung mga frequencies nito, syempre magkakaiba para maiwasan natin yung co-channel interference. Tama? Yan, magkakaibang frequencies yan. Pwede ba natin gamitin ulit yung frequencies nila? Yes, ang tawag natin doon ay frequency reuse. So we're going to have another cluster just like this, but of course on a different location. Now what will happen is, dapat yung frequency on cell number 1 will be in a far, far away. Ibig sabihin, malayo naman sa kanya para hindi naman magkaroon ng co-channel interference. So imagine niyo, we have 7-cell cluster, another 7-cell cluster, another 7-cell cluster na magkakatabi with, of course, frequency reuse. May mga kapareho silang frequencies on this cluster. Okay? What will happen if we're going to shrink this 7-cell cluster into 3-cell? Ito kasi yung tinatanong sa atin. As the number of cells per cluster decreases, say for example from 7 naging 3-cell na lang, ano yung possibility that one channel will interfere with another channel? Ano yung possibility na yon? Increases, decreases, or remains the same? Kalimutan nyo na yung letter D. Mag-i-increase, mag-i-decrease, or remains the same? The answer for this is letter A, increases. Bakit? Kasi kapag yung number of cells mo nababawasan, yung katabi niya, for example, you have here cell 2. Tapos this will be another cluster. Yung cell 2, medyo malapit na doon sa another cell with the same frequency because of the frequency reuse. Okay? So what will happen? The possibility of interfering with another channel will become very high. Okay? Either co-channel or adjacent channel interference. Okay? So that is letter A for number 23. Okay? increases. Next number. Question number 24. The line joining the perigee and apogee through the center of the Earth is called A. Upside, B. Minor axis, C. Major axis, or letter D. Semi-major axis. Okay. Ang tawag natin dito is letter C. Major axis. Paano ba yung major axis na tinutukoy? Ganito yan. For example, this is the Earth, the primary body, and of course, yung secondary body natin is the satellite. Okay? Yan. That is the ellipse. Hindi nga lang perfect. Pagtsagayan natin ng konti. Ito yung ating perigee. Okay? Yung perigee, yun yung lowest or the point that is nearest to the surface of the Earth. Okay? At yung apogee naman, yung point na pinakamalayo doon sa surface ng Earth. Okay? Ano raw ang tawag natin dito? Ang tawag natin dito is the major axis. Okay? At yung kalahati ng major axis is what we call the minor axis. Siyempre, may major axis ka, meron kang natawag na minor axis. Yung kalahati nito, ang tawag naman is semi-major axis. By the way, the major axis, the point that these points, no, itong axis na ito, may iba pa ring tawag diyan. Ang tawag diyan is line of upsides. Okay, so line of upsides is the point joining the perigee and the apogee in a satellite orbit, an elliptical orbit. Okay, so tandaan po natin yan ha. Major axis is also known as the line of upsides. Okay? Okay, so para makita natin, ito yung iba pang tawag sa kanya. Sabi natin ang major axis, sometimes called line of upside. The minor axis is the line perpendicular to the major axis and halfway between the perigee and the apogee. And sometimes it's called semi-minor axis. Yung semi-minor axis is half of the minor axis. Okay, for number 24, letter C is the correct answer, major axis. Okay, next number. Number 25, if the satellite is higher, the Earth's surface it can cover is lesser, greater, nothing will change, more or less. Okay, so paano ba ang footprint, for example, ng isang satellite? If this is the surface of the Earth and this will be our satellite, yan, yung satellite ko mukhang candy lang, di ba? Tapos, meron siyang footprint, yun yung coverage natin sa surface ng Earth. Okay? At ganyan kataas yung ating satellite. Now, ano ang mangyayari kapag tinaas natin yung Earth, yung satellite with the same angle of propagating down the Earth? What will happen? Mas malaki ba yung mako-cover niya? Mas maliit? Or pareho lang? Or more or less? Okay? Alam naman natin na pag tinaas natin yan with the same angle doon sa propagation natin, of course, it will cover much greater area. Okay? If the satellite is higher, the Earth's surface it can cover is much greater, of course. Kaya nga yung geosynchronous satellite, which is around 35,000 kilometers away from the surface of the Earth, kahit 3 satellite lang, kaya niyang i-cover yung buong mundo. Hindi katulad ng LEO at saka ng MEO, low Earth orbit, that is LEO, medium Earth orbit, that is MEO. Those two should have many satellites para i-cover ang buong Earth because they have altitude that is much lower compared to the geosynchronous satellite. So for number 25, the answer is letter B, greater. Okay? Okay, so let's move on to number 26. It measures the rate at which electromagnetic waves transfer light energy. Ano daw yung measure ng rate na nagtatransfer ng light energy? Is it flux density? Is it optical power, luminescent, or radiant power? The answer is letter B, optical power. And optical power is also known as the radiant flux, which has a unit of joules per second. Okay? So that is letter B for number 26. Next number 27. Chromatic dispersion may occur only in fibers with A and blank. Yan. Kailan ba nagkakaroon ng chromatic dispersion? Ang chromatic dispersion is a problem of a light source. Ibig sabihin kapag ang light source mo ay hindi monochromatic, magkakaroon ka ng chromatic dispersion. Okay? So, saan ba nangyayari ang chromatic dispersion? Sa multi-mode, sa single mode, either single or multi-mode, or wala dito sa nabanggit. Actually, it happens in a single mode transmission. Kasi pag multi-mode transmission, ang magiging problema mo is modal dispersion. Yan, yun ang magiging problema. Pero kapag ka naman hindi ka multi-mode, single mode ka, ang magiging problema mo is the chromatic dispersion. Meaning, you might be using an LED instead of an ILD. Instead of a laser, ang ginagamit mo is LED. So, nagkakaroon ka ng chromatic dispersion. So, the answer for number 27 is letter B. Okay, question number 28. The telephone signal takes 11.8 milliseconds to reach its destination. Calculate the Bayonet loss required for an acceptable amount of echo. Now, Bayonet loss is a type of loss that is introduced to an echo. All we know that echo is a signal that is coming back to the source, and we don't want that. So for echo not reaching the source, we need to introduce a loss. That loss is known as the VNL. But what is being asked is how to calculate for the Bayonet loss. The calculation for the Bayonet loss is 0.2t plus 0.4, where t is equal to 11.8. Take note, tinanggal na yung milliseconds. Ibig sabihin, that t must be expressed in milliseconds before you can use that. And then VNL will be equal to 2.76, or that is letter B. The correct answer for number 28, letter B. Okay. Next number 29. The radio wavelength known as blank falls within the very low frequency range, or the VLF. And the answer for that, we all know na naituro ko na sa inyo yan, no? The other name for very low frequency is the Myria metric. At meron pa nga tayong mnemonic dyan for other frequency ranges. We have the VLF, that is Myria. And then we have the kilo metric for the LF. For the MF, that is hecto. HF is deca. VHF is metric. UHF is decimetric. SHF is centimetric, and EHF is millimetric. So pakitandaan nyo po ito, baka sakali na yan yung lumabas sa exams. Pero yung tanong sa atin, ito yan. No? So VLF, or very low frequency range, is the Myria metric range. Next number 30. The OSI layers that are related to together as a media layer or physical layers. Alam natin ang OSI as 7 layers. We have the physical, the data link, the network, the transport, the session, the presentation, and the application. And which of these 7 layers are related to media layer or physical layer? Sometimes they are called media layers, sometimes they are called physical layers. That is from layer 1 to 3, letter B. So the physical, the data link, and the network layer are called physical or media layer. How about the other 4, the transport, the session, the presentation, and the application? Layer 4 to 7 are considered host, user, or application layers. Layers 1 to 3 are also known as network support layers. So aside from calling them media or physical layers. They are also known as network support layers. That is for number 30, letter B.